What's up, YouTube? Haven't made a video in a little while. Had a nasty ass Black Death sickness here, so been commenting a lot, but man, I think somebody else talked about. I've got some new subscribers, and I think he talked about his snot bubbles that he was blowing. So that's what would have been if I'd been making videos, hacking nasty stuff. So I finally feel a little bit better. And what we're trying to do is, I'm at the last of the my sickness here. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna finish it off and kill it with a shot of vodka. If this don't kill it, nothing will. So anyway, so what happened is I got sick and hacked up enough stuff, and now my 5.5-year-old daughter's got it. So that's the worst part about being a parent, having kids. When you're sick, when you're a single guy, it's just like let it run its course. Who cares? And then everything you bring home, your family gets it. So yeah, when I used to be invincible, not so invincible anymore. When it's like being a superhero. It's alright if you don't have any loved ones. They're nothing the bad guys can do to you, man. If your Spider-Man didn't have Aunt May and Mary Jane, what can anybody do to him? Kill him? No big deal. I'm sure he's dead, but you hurt him by hurting the people he loves. So same with sickness here, man. I don't care if I get colds, I care less, but it's when it jumps from me to them. So here's to killing and getting back some good health here. This is going to hopefully be a quick video. I just want to show some stuff I picked up at the flea market. Didn't go to the comic store, so I didn't buy anything new. I heard there's a new Saga. I'm angry because I want it. I've missed Saga. I did buy some new books. If people watch these and wonder, I always show old books. I do buy new books. Why show them? Everyone shows their new books. Things I buy. New 52 Aquaman, Batwoman, Green Lantern, Saga, the Before Watchmen stuff, the new Kiss book. There's some other stuff, I know, but it looks like I don't buy anything new, so I do. I just don't show those because everyone's showing that stuff. So to me, it's a lot more interesting to show these pickups because they're so random. You don't know what someone finds. So, and this book right here I'm gonna show is something that Mr. Fix-It-Stomp talked about, and I was so interested when he showed this, man. So if he hadn't showed this, I would have picked right over it, never even noticed. But he showed this and talked it up, so I bought number 1. I mean, was it there the whole time and I just didn't see it? Maybe, or someone just put it in that box. I don't know. But anyways, I was happy to get number 1, and I actually liked it. Mr. Fix-It. There's my thumb. I only got number 1, so I actually shouldn't have read it because should have waited for the 4. I'm a Kiss fan. I've almost got almost every Kiss book that's ever been released. Not all the variants, but most Kiss books. Carney's Mind Bomb. A lot of these came from the 5 for $1. Some from the 50-cent box. Thing is, I had seen this. We were at a flea market, which I discovered some great stuff at a flea market in Edinburgh, Indiana. If anyone's around that area, there's a antique mall. Man, they got some great stuff. But I had seen this, and I think it was like $1 or $2, and I almost grabbed it. And I ended up finding something else later at the bottom of this pile I'll show. So I ended up putting these back. Well, then I go to Half Price Books, and they got this for 50 cents. So it was in my pile 2 hours earlier, and I put it back, and then I got it. So I was happy. Well, kind of happy, because I ended up doing something else. Okay, here's Starfire number 1. There we go. You younger guys would enjoy this. Amazing Spectacular Spider-Man 200 there. So if you young kids were around in 91, you weren't. Probably weren't even born, but we went through a glut of every cover had foil on it. Every cover had multiple covers. Every cover, they did everything. Well, they did it all on the cover. insides always lacked. So stories were always crap. Most of the art was crap. But it's nice to pick these things up now for 20 cents and 50 cents just to fill in holes. But I'm going to start buying these boys. Number 11, first one I got. I've been buying that American Virgin, and they show advertisements for this, and it just sounded interesting. So, okay, Captain America, 371. Trying to fill in my caps here. An old Lois Lane number 93. Another old Bronze Age, is it? I'm not sure. An old Brave and the Bold number 134. These were in the 20-cent box. And like I said, they're beat up. You can see the spines kind of worn a bit. Man, but, you know, just for reader copies. I mean, this is not, it doesn't smell of rot or nothing, you know. It's held together. It's just, it's not something that you're going to collect if you're trying to get mint every issue of Brave and the Bold, but for 20 cents, well worth it. Wolverine Noir, is that how you say it? Number 2. I think somebody goes through and picks out every number 1 in the box they can find, because you find a lot of stuff that's number 3. Make sure I do it in the right order. Wolverine Noir, number 4. Need to lean a little bit, huh? Okay, this is one of the old Wolverine comics. I actually bought a stack of comics from a girl at work. She's the same one I bought the... If you watch my video when I showed the Hulk Annual number 1 I bought from a girl, I actually finished buying a stack, and I actually don't remember all of them that were from her, but I know this was one of them. I was happy. I spent $35 on the stack of comics. Virtually in my mind I spent 30 on one comic in the stack and 5 for the rest of the stuff that was in there. Most of the other stuff was 90s stuff, or this is actually mid-80s. They weren't worth a lot. This was actually one of them in her stack. This has got a nice, once again going back to the God, we're on 7 minutes and 20. Wow, good Lord, Todd, quit talking. It's one of these 90s trick covers here. So, okay. Anyways, we'll speed this up. Doc and Holland. There you go, man. Sarge Steele. It's got a corner cut out right there. The Steele's in the 20-cent box. Like I said, reader copy, man. Got a bunch of Batman in the 20-cent. Batman Year 1. These are in great shape. Batman, the Penguin Affair. Batman, that's great. I actually bought this and didn't realize when I got it that there was a second copy of this stuck to the back of this one. So it looked like one comic. Even when I kept counting through it, they stuck together enough where I counted right past it. So I actually have a second of this, and if I ever get to 100 subscribers, I'll throw this in as one of the prizes. So this Batman cover, you gots to love some Joker. Look at that. Good stuff, man. And I always had the first part of this. Actually, I had both parts years ago. What the hell just happened? Okay, there we go. Yeah, I've been under so long, I guess my my screen where you sit too long, the whatever, it popped up and said E-Machine. So okay, so anyways, I had the first part has Batman. These are models they took pictures of for the covers, and I always needed this second cover that I had previously. Don't have now, or now I have it, but was searching for it. Another Night Quest cover. You can get most of these Night Quests. I may have them all now. This is pretty much when I stopped buying comics. It was around this time, during the 90 glut, the 90s. They just were so worried about making the covers so great, how many copies they could sell of that multiple cover, and I just got sick of it. Actually, and also I grew up, started playing drums in band, started drinking, doing drugs. Not gonna lie, I was there. Another secret is back in the day when I had hairspray and long hair, I did the eyeliner thing. I did it because that's what you had to do to be cool back then. So yeah. And I picked this up, man, and this is so freaking awesome. I remember seeing this at some point. I don't think I ever owned it, but it's got a lot of gold highlights in it. But look at that cover. Speaking of how awesome Joker is, look, even his cat's awesome. Gimpy, sit, buddy. Oh, he's passed out. This is a newer comic. Daredevil, Blood of the Tarantula. Love that. Look how awesome that expression on Daredevil's face is, man. And I don't know if that's isn't Tarantula an older character. When you get a mask, but I'm interested. See, I mean, there's a whole time frame where I wasn't collecting comics. I didn't come back into comic collecting until 2008 when a guy at work gave me a few thousand comics, and I added that to the couple that I'd saved, couple thousand comics that I'd saved. So from 90 whatever till 2008, man, I was out of it. Buying Migos was my main thing. Star Wars figures and Migos. And so, yeah, there's a whole bunch of this kind of stuff that I have no idea about, but I'm digging it. And I actually tell my story. Maybe I see Sleepy Reader and Howler Mouse have been telling their life story on comics, and they actually go watch those. If you're not subscribed to them or you don't watch their videos, go to Sleepy Reader and Howler Mouse, man. They're telling stories about their life, and the way they're telling it, it's weaving in comics throughout it. So it's like he's going through these stories about those guys, and it's points it has nothing to do with comics, but you're still interested. I mean, the way they do this is pretty amazing. But then it comes back to comics. Well, I could tell a story about this stuff, and maybe if I can get it together in my brain, I'll tell my feeling on seeing these after not buying comics for a long time. I was actually depressed when I seen new comics. So I might do a video on how I got out of it, how I got back into it, other than and my feelings on seeing the other stuff. So it was actually pretty emotional. They've re-released this on trade paperback, the Batman the Long Halloween here. Don't know anything about it. It's got to be freaking awesome. Most people say it is. So I got this was in the 20-cent box, man. Long Halloween #1. Actually, my buddy pulled this, and he was like, "Batman the Long Halloween." I said, "What?" And I said, "If you're not gonna get that, I want them." Well, I already found some of the Nocturnals 1 through 5, and I gave them to him. And it's just like, when I first heard the Nocturnals, I thought of him, so I wanted him to have them. So I took a hit on that. Even though I want him, I gave him to him. He's my buddy. But I was a little bit more torn on these. I can't give him these. So I was like, if you don't want them, I want them. But I knew he knew that. I was like, come on, give them to me, man. So I got 1, 2, and 3. So there's 13 issues, so I got 10 more to get. This was in there, Batman Black and White. Don't know anything about it. Looks like it's Jim Lee. Yep, Jim Lee. So I've heard about this, so it sounds familiar. I wasn't there when they came out. Batman Black and White #2. I don't know if that's as far as it goes. I doubt it. I've seen this searching on my comic shop. This seems to be one that pops up all the time. Thrill Killer, Batgirl and Robin. So here's a newer book. Like I said, I buy the Before Watchmen stuff. I hadn't bought this one. Well, this was in the $1 box, so I went ahead and picked it up. It wasn't that bad. It's not as good as the other ones, but okay. I've been buying these American Virgin. I actually jumped over #5, and I actually, when I went through the same boxes, there it was. So I'm digging this, man. It's really weird. Okay, and I think Mrfixitsmash showed these too. Batman, Two-Face. There's like a whole series of these, but each of these is highlighting a different villain. So, Batman, Mr. Freeze. Okay, we're up to the last 2 books here. So, sorry it went on freaking so long. I'm trying to do like at least 8-minute videos. Most people don't want to hang on for 20 minutes, you know. Here's what I bought. I've showed my Wonder Woman comics. I'm not a huge fan, but there was a point in the late 60s where Wonder Woman gave up being a superhero and she was just like a karate kung fu master. And they did it because of the women's lib thing. That was what was going on. So they're like, well, we'll take her out of this skimpy costume and we'll put her just as a normal girl, and she's just got like leisure suits and does kung fu stuff. and I can't remember what the name of the head of the I want to say Gloria Steinem. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just throwing a name out there. The women's lib. I don't know what she was. She actually came in and said, you know what, Wonder Woman was actually something we weren't offended by, and we're actually a little upset you took her away from us. So at 204, issue 204, and if anyone knows anything about me, well, Gimpy 204, our movie presentation, movie freaking whatever. Gimpy, that vodka hit me hard, buddy. Our film company is 204, so this means a little bit to me, being Wonder Woman number 204. This is where she got her costume back. It says up there, the new adventures of the original Wonder Woman. So this is where she came back. So I've got the issue where she gives up being Wonder Woman, and then a few issues filling in where she's just a kung fu chick, and this one. So, and this is actually in beautiful condition. Beautiful. Got it for $12. Seems a little excessive, I guess, but no, I wanted it, man. The number did it for me. And this is what I got off that girl, and I paid $30, so maybe this is too much for this. But it's in not bad shape, and I don't own. I'm a huge Silver Surfer fan, and don't own any of the original books. I have the. I can't remember what the reprints were called, but I've got all those but one. But I was happy to have this. This is Silver Surfer number 2. Like I said, in great shape. So if $30 seems like too much, I've got so many other deals on other things. No big deal. So, okay, that's my haul, man. Sorry, Gimp. And sorry for making this video so long. So, well, you guys, thanks for watching, man. I'm gonna have another shot of vodka later.